I'll start the day by saying hello. My name is Mary Wynne. I'm Director of the Office of Nursing and Midwifery Services within the HSE. And I'm delighted to be here today. Just so as you know, we had a smaller venue booked, but we had such interest that we had to move the venue. So we have over 100 people here today, and I'm delighted that you're all here and that everyone has an interest in the topic at hand. I'd like to welcome our special guests, Professor Hardiker, Therese Meehan, further from the CCIO's office, and I'm looking forward to this being one of a number of dialogues that we're going to have around this particular area. I think it's quite complex. The decisions that we make now will affect nursing and midwifery for the next 10 to 20 years. It's a slow burner, but it's really important that we get them right. So I think there's nothing like a good professional dialogue around what it is we want, what's important to us. And I suppose in the context of the launch of the values for nursing and midwifery, which is happening tomorrow, I think that's another factor that we will be factoring into our deliberations. So I think, and there is a lot of dialogue around what is nursing, about care, compassion, courage, commitment, what does it all mean, and really at the end of the day, how does the patient experience it? So I suppose that's really key to us. We've also had our own forays into, I suppose, we've been involved in various projects that have involved ICT and the e-health agenda. The most recent one being the task force on skill mix in nursing and in nursing, in medical and surgical nursing, which we're working in partnership with the Department of Health in making that happen. And that is really based on an ICT platform which is really very sophisticated, has been developed over 20 to 30 years and really speaks to nursing and midwifery. So we've had our toe in the water, we have some experience. Another project we've been involved in are the quality care metrics, again, which have been really widely accepted and really, I suppose, staff have found them quite liberating in terms of managing the quality of their own care. I believe ICT is a key enabler. I believe that we need to know what we want from ICT and we need to work in collaboration with it to produce solutions that are bespoke but that are also very appropriate to the care setting. I think the substance of the endeavour is really, really important, what underpins it and what it gives expression to. I think the power of narrative and language cannot be underestimated in creating cultures, and I think we co-create the cultures we work in, and I think the languages that we use can be very powerful in co-creating an environment that patients can flourish in, but also that we as nurses and midwives can flourish in. So I would say let's not underestimate that. So we have a number of questions that we need to answer for the professions, such as what models should we adopt in terms of what underpins our practice, what languages should we adopt to facilitate the expression of those models so that our patients experience good care, and what criteria are really important to us. If we had to pick three things, what would they be to the exclusion of all else? So I'm delighted that Professor Hardiker can stay with us for the day, and I think his experience in ICN as Director of e-health will prove invaluable. He's going to chair a session at the end of the day. As you can see from the programme, we have a lot of information and sharing is going to happen, and then we're going to have a dialogue. This won't be the last day that we'll be having this dialogue. I think this is going to be the beginning of a journey, one I look forward to travelling with you, and one I think that will have a very lasting impact, hopefully for the better in the years to come for our patients. So I'll hand you over to Ethna, who's going to introduce our speakers. So you're all very welcome.
Good morning, everyone. I suppose we're delighted to welcome Dr. Nick Hardiker here today to set the scene for us in relation to the work we have to do and the work we have to do going forward in relation to e-health. Dr. Hardiker is Professor of Nursing and Health Informatics at the University of Salford, and he's Director of the ICNE Health Programme. He's a nurse by background, and he's a Bachelor and Master's degree and a PhD in Computer Science. He has 25 years' experience of research in health informatics, and he's a particular focus